opened a yarn shop. Zero preamble. You have seen the thumbnail and you've read the title of this video, so it's not a surprise. I'm here to talk a little bit about it. I started this little idea in like September last year maybe, and I got my first samples in October, and we've now just launched in like at the end of June. So it's been a really long time coming from my end. I did a lot of sample testing from all over the place, and I've landed on 3 yarns that I've released so far that I really love working with and I think are like a bit different and work really well for different things. So in today's little video, I'm just gonna take you through those 3 yarns. I think let's just jump right into it because what else are we here for, you know? So let's go. Yarn 1. Yarn 1 is MooMoo's Milk Cotton. This is a fairly thick, it's like a weight 4, which in Australian terms is like equivalent to a 10 ply milk cotton yarn, which is, if you're not sure what milk cotton is, I feel like it's quite a misunderstood little fiber, but it's essentially a blend of cotton and casein, which is like a protein derived from milk. It's like a really, really softer than any cotton, like 100% cotton you would have worked with. Super durable, very good for like kids clothing. It is, I mean, they say it's hypoallergenic. However, if you have like a really severe dairy allergy, there is a milk protein in it. So like, don't use it, or check with your doctor, I don't know. So these skeins are 200 gram skeins. I recommend using like a 5mm hook with them, but obviously with all of these things that I say about the hooks, just use whatever works for you. They come in 20 colors, which I will pop up because I feel like if I show you them on the video, they're not gonna come out right. One thing that we worked really hard on for the website was to have all the photos kind of match as closely to the real life color as possible. So obviously everyone's monitors are different, so it's never gonna be 100% accurate, but yeah, too many times I have been shopping online for a color and I get the actual yarn and it just looks like way, way, way different. So trying to minimize that happening with our little shop. So that is MooMoo's Milk Cotton. It's really good for amigurumi. I made this little bunny pal of Zach's pattern in it, and I don't know if this is gonna focus, but it has like very good stitch definition, and if you normally use like a DK cotton or an 8-ply cotton, it does work up like a little bit bigger than that, but then not so big that it's the same as like using a plush yarn. So if you want something in the middle with good stitch definition and like easy to work with, MooMoo's Milk Cotton is the way to go. MooMoo is also good for bags. I made this little blueberry pouch, which is from Phoebe at Off Topic Designs on Instagram. Her design, she's got a few free little fruit pouches, which is so cute. So I have made this one. I plan on giving it to my niece. I've got to make another one. I'm gonna try her lemon pouch next, I think, which this color that I was showing off earlier, our Billy Buttons, I think will be perfect for a lemon. I've also started making a pair of like fingerless gloves with it. It's very cozy, so any like winter wearables or anything like that, this is a great choice. That's all I will say on that. So let's move on to yarn 2. Yarn 2 is Kestrel's Kaleidoscope. There are 6 colors. They are all this like variegated self-striping yarn, and the texture has like a little bit of, it's like a little bit of a mohair vibe. It's not mohair. It is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. So it's a blended yarn. Comes in 100 gram balls. It's like a light weight yarn, roughly a DK or like an 8-ply. There's way too many terms for yarn, and so I never know which one to use. For this one I have recommended using a 4mm hook, but you can really, again, play with it, do whatever works. I am currently working on a little pattern using Kestrel's Kaleidoscope. This is the lavender cake color, and this one I'm using a 5mm hook. The gradient on them is, I think it's so nice, which is partially why I'm starting to write this pattern, just to show it off a little bit. It's a super soft gradient. So this is Bango. He is yarn number 3. I think he just wants attention. Kestrel is, I think, really good for making like homeware-y type things out of. So I've made like a little basket with it, a hammock with it, like a toy hammock with it. I'm making this pattern as well, which is like also in that vibe. Bags as well. Clothing, if you're happy to work with like a thinner yarn. The MooMoo's milk cotton is thicker, so it works up quicker, but Kestrel's Kaleidoscope is still super soft for clothing. If you're happy to work with like, you know, a thinner yarn and take a bit longer with it, you know? It is also another like super soft yarn. Super nice, very easy on your hands, and yeah, works up in a super lovely gradient. If I haven't already, I will put the colors up. That's all there is to say on that one. So we will move on to yarn number 3. Yarn number 3 is Bango's blend, and this one is named after my own baby. It comes in 17 colors. 12 of them are solid colors, like the bottom 2 here, and then 5 are like a variegated self-striping. So it is super quick to work with. Like when I first was testing this yarn, I was like, am I a quick crocheter? Like, I don't know, it doesn't really split at all, and it just, I don't know, just felt like it glides on the hook, so I felt really speedy. It is 55% acrylic, 45% cotton, similar to the Kestrel. It's like a lightweight DK yarn in that realm. I have pretty much been using Bango's blend for clothing stuff. So this is a bandana in the rainbow color, and this, I haven't woven my ends in yet. No one's gonna judge me. This is my Valla Vest that I have been making with it. This was my holiday project, and I mean, I'm gonna say this about all of these yarns, but I tested them all and I genuinely love working with them all. But yes, really good. Like you can see it's not stiff at all. It has a super nice drape on clothing. I was working on this using a 5mm hook, so I guess that's my recommendation for it. Yeah, I think you could also make, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm giving you ideas of what to make, but you can make anything you want, you know? Clothing is just obviously my soft spot with this one. So that is all about yarn number 3, which is all of the yarns. So one thing that I love, what I have done with the names of all of these yarns is name them after cats in the like crafty community. So Bango is obviously my kitty. Kestrel's Kaleidoscope is named after my friend Hannah's cat, and I love her sassy little face. And MooMoo here is named after Leah from Koozie Crafts, one of her 7 cats, MooMoo. I tried to make them all alliterative, so like months ago I asked on my Instagram stories, I think it was, for people's cat names so that I could find ones that would be alliterative for these, because the only one I had was Bango's blend. So I do want to release more lines. Obviously what I have now has to like go decently well for me to be able to like add new things to it, but I already am testing a couple of other yarns to bring in, which I would love to do. And I think with those ones, I would really like to hold like little competitions on our Instagram page of like, get a yarn named after your cat. So go and follow the Instagram at Patti and Bango's Place. And And while you're on Instagram, why not also follow my Instagram account, which is at HeyIt'sMelB, because there will be kind of sneak peek behind the scenes things for Patti and Bango's place on that. I think that's pretty much all. I don't know why I just held that up. Pretty much all I have to say on this little business. You can find it at www.pattiandbangosplace.com.au. Yeah, we also have like blogs up on the website that I've just gotten started with, so if you have anything that you would want to see a blog on, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, you can like join our newsletter. There's a whole bunch of ways to support. We do ship internationally, so if you're overseas, you are welcome to also try out our yarns, but I know international shipping can be expensive, so other ways that you can help is just by like helping us spread the word or following along and engaging with the social media posts so that people in Australia see it. There's lots of ways, if you want to support, that you can support that are not monetary. Even watching this is helping. If you want to share this video, feel free. If you want to subscribe, please do. If you want to give it a like, do that also. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking with me through my leave of absence, in which I was madly trying to get this stuff all sorted before I went on a 3-week holiday. And then I was on a 3-week holiday, and then I got back and I pretty much immediately got sick. And I've now been sick for 2 weeks, which you can probably hear in my voice. I'm like fine, but there's just still stuff going on, you know? But otherwise I feel fine. Touch wood, I will be back making somewhat regular content, but I do work full time, and I also now have this little side thing, selling yarn to the fine people of Australia and the world. Thank you for sticking with me during all of this, and there are a couple of video ideas that I have floating around that I've half filmed that I need to finish and get out there, so hit the subscribe button if you want to be alerted to those when they do come out. And that's it. I will catch you next time. Thank you so much for being here, and Patti and Bango's place. Hooray! Alright, bye! A little bit of a chat. What am I doing with my hands?